The Yankee lineup today, again, if you want to see problems, why they've lost 8 of 12, I think it's 8 of 12 or 9 of 12 now. Anthony Volpe leads off. Batting second is Soto and right. The DH is Judge. Now you want a lineup? You want a lineup after this?
You ready?
Left fielder is Verdugo. So Verdugo is 2 for his last 23, but the last 2 bats were singles. Ben Rice is at first. Jahmai Jones is at second.
I'm sorry?
Jahmai Jones is at second.
Okay.
Austin Wells catching. Oswaldo Cabrera at third. Trent Grisham in center field. I mean, we all have to be honest with each other, right?
Does this not feel like a broken record?
It feels like a Tampa team, in spring training.
It also feels like
and Rodon starts.
Doesn't this feel like every year the last few years, though?
But see, that's the problem, Peter. Is it just bad luck, or what's going on here? I feel like we are on Groundhog's Day. We do this every year. Look at this lineup. Look at the back end of this lineup. Look at all the injuries. What's going on here? Every year. And again, they had a backup for Stanton, but then he gets hurt again in Dominguez. Rizzo gets hurt. I mean, listen, you made your bet with LeMahieu, right? You gave him the contract extension. You thought he'd be better than he's been. Some of it's injury. Some of it's the fact that he might be getting towards the end here. He's in the mid-30s. Does he have an extra base hit this year?
No.
So some of it, Michael, I don't want to like completely just say it's injury, but they always had guys that can come up and fill in the spots. But now we're getting to the point, last 2 years ago in Houston, last year, and now so far this year over the last month or so, Michael, the injuries, they don't have anybody to replace them anymore.
The guys that are going to replace them, as I said in the first hour, the biggest injury the Yankees have is the injury to Jason Dominguez. He's supposed to be back by now. He was your ace in the hole for when Stanton inevitably got hurt. So when Stanton got hurt, look, Dominguez is on the 2-month IL. They're not that there's a 2-month IL. He's going to miss 2 months with an oblique pull. 2 months. There's your problem. How different does the lineup look with a switch-hitting center fielder there?
But why? But if we're going to compliment the Yankees for always having replacements, they always sound, whether it was Urshela, Ford, they always found guys that would rake for that time, and now they don't anymore. So if we're going to compliment Cashman, look, they always have somebody to get called up to do it, and now they haven't, and now their call-ups get hurt. So what is going on here? You just can't always explain these things away, Michael. Everybody goes through injuries, but boy, this is going back to Girardi. But now it seems like the bag is empty now. They keep going for players, and now they don't have any anymore. This is that's a real problem lineup, Michael.
Oh, it's not what you want.
You look for the top 3, and you hope that Verdugo has found himself again. You look for the top 4 to do the damage, and then after that, really, it's a crapshoot. I don't want to cast aspersions or be negative toward professional players, which I couldn't do their job. But the bottom of the Yankee order, you could say from 5 to 9. I mean, that's what you expect to see in the 7th and 8th innings in a spring training game in Tampa.
Right.
It's tough, man. The Yankees are in a tough spot right now.
What happened to Verdugo?
I think the Yankees ran into all of those left-handed pitchers. And he's usually a decent player against lefties, but I think it got him out of his swing, so he went into a slump. I mean, everybody goes into slumps, so you hope that the 2 singles he had in the last 2 at-bats start the turnaround.
You don't want him batting 6th now. You need him earlier in the order, right? Yeah, so it's and I don't know, all the people, if you want to blame Cashman, go ahead. Has he not gotten enough players to be able to fill in all these gaps? I guess that's a fair argument. But what's Boone supposed to do, Michael? What batting order would you suggest to shake things up? What could he do? You want Soto and Judge to bat in the first inning, right? You want to have them together. But then what are you supposed to do when there's nobody past Judge? Michael, I'm a Met fan. Watching that game, the sigh of relief, after they got through Soto and Judge, it's okay, I don't have to worry about the Yankees scoring for another couple of innings.
Yeah, that's the key.
So you're counting outs, right? That's what I do, in a big game. I don't know if you do this, Michael,
I don't.
Or if any other fans do. You're counting out. We're 12 outs away. We're 9 outs away. We're 6 outs away. I mean, you start counting those outs, and it's all right, well, if only 2 guys are legitimately going to be any kind of a threat, I don't have to worry. It's the 6th inning. You get Judge out, or I don't have to worry about him to the 9th. And if I got a big enough lead like the Mets had the last couple of, like that Judge home run didn't bother me because Judge wasn't going to come up again in that game. In the first game of the series, Michael, he made it 9-7. I don't have to worry about Soto and Judge because that's the game. It's the 8th inning already. I don't have to worry about it.
The only mistake that the Mets made in that series, when it's 9-3, bases are loaded, you throw a cookie to Judge. I mean, what are you doing?
Right.
Now, yesterday's not a mistake. They're up 7-0. He hits a 2-run home run. Good for him. 30th home run. He's going to set records. Great. They don't have any concerns about that. You cannot pitch to him in a big spot. It's irresponsible.
No, you're right. But at the same time, once you cleared the slate, now Judge isn't going to come back up again.
I get that, but
so you're good.
No, but you're not. It's a 2-run deficit. So I mean, you could scratch out something on the bottom.
But the way things are, listen. Ultimately, you're right. But I'm just telling you from a fan perspective. When I'm watching that game, the only 2 players I'm concerned about weren't going to bat for the rest of the game.
Right. You're right. It's a tough time right now.